Hi students, hello, how are you? I think you are all fine. Okay, so the weather is cold, right? It's raining. Okay, so today I have come with the new lesson of visit to the doctor. Okay, the new lesson, we will start a new lesson, that is a visit to the doctor. Okay, so you people know about the doctors and all, right? You people are aware of the doctor. So what doctor will do? He treat the patients, right? What doctor will do? He treat the patients, right? If we have any health problem, okay, if we have any health problem, we will go to the doctor. If we have any toothache, okay, if we have ache in our teeth and all, we will go to the doctor, that is called as dentist. We go near the dentist. And if our hand has broken, sometimes you people will play and maybe some of your friends have broken their leg, hand and all. So at that time, near which doctor they will go? We will go near the orthopedic. Okay, we will go near the orthopedic. And if we get fever and all, we will go near the physician, right? So if any operations want to undertake, we will go near the surgeon, will do that, right? And if any heart problem is there, cardio surgeon will be there, he will look after that. So there are two doctors, so we will call a profession as a doctor, but there are different branches. Okay, in doctor also there will be difference, each and every one will be different, because they will be specialized in their own. Okay, in their particular fields, they will be specialized in the particular field itself. Okay, so let us see a story is there. Okay, a visit to the doctor. A small boy is there. Okay, so he goes near the doctor. So what will happen, what had happened to him, and how he says his experience, he shares his experience with us. So let us see, let us know the story. Okay, so I will start the lesson. So here we go. So just listen carefully the explanation and all. Okay, yes.
A visit to the doctor. I have only one unpleasant memory of the summer holidays in Norway.
So the author, he's saying that I have only one unpleasant memory. Unpleasant means which is not happy, which is not good, bad memory. Okay, unpleasant memory of the summer holidays in Norway. So this author, he had gone to spend his summer holidays in Norway. So there he had an unpleasant memory, an unhappy memory.
We were in my grandparents' house in Oslo, and my mother said to me, "We are going to the doctor this afternoon."
So they had gone. Okay, he had gone to spend his holidays to his grandparents' house. So you people also go, no? When the holidays are there, you people also visit your grandparents' house, no? So likewise, this boy had gone to his grandparents' house in Oslo. Okay, his grandparents were there in Oslo, and once his mother, okay, his mother said that we are going to the doctor this afternoon. She said that we are going to visit the doctor this afternoon, she said.
He wants to look at your nose and mouth.
So she said that the doctor want to look at your nose and mouth. Okay, he want to check your nose and mouth, mother said.
I think I was 8 at that time.
So what was the age of the author at that time? At that time, the author's age was 8. Okay, what was the age? The author's age was 8.
What's wrong with my nose and mouth?
So he asked, when mother said to him, so we will go to the doctor and doctor want to check your nose and mouth. At that time, the author, he asked to his mother, what is the wrong with my nose and mouth? So what has happened to my nose and mouth? He asked.
I asked. Nothing much. My mother said.
So mother said, nothing much. Okay, she said, nothing much.
But I think you have got adenoids.
So mother said that nothing much, but I think. Okay, mother said, I think, but I am not sure, but I think that you have got adenoids. Okay, you have got adenoids. So we will adenoids. What are these adenoids are? So this adenoids means the soft mass of flesh between the back of the nose and the throat, which sometimes makes breathing difficulty. Okay, adenoids means the mass of the flesh will grow, will be there in between the mouth, in between the back of the nose and the throat. Okay, so that there the mass of flesh will grow, which will because of which we feel difficult to breathe. Okay, they remove that adenoids, that mass of flesh, they will remove it so that we can breathe easily. Okay, that is called as adenoids. So mother said that, I think you have got the adenoids.
What are they? Don't worry about it, she said. It's nothing.
So that author, he asked, what are they? What are that adenoids are? He asked mother. So mother said that, don't worry about it. She said, it's nothing. Okay, she said, it's nothing. It's very simple. It's nothing. Don't worry about it. Don't get fear about that, mother said.
I held my mother's hand as we walked to the doctor's house.
So this author, as he was small, he was just 8 years old, no? So he holded his mother's hand. When they were going to the doctor's house, he had held his mother's hand and they walked. When they were walking, they went to doctor's house by walk. So he had held his mother's hand.
It took us about half an hour.
So it took how much hour? So it took half an hour. They went to the doctor's house by walk, no? So it took half an hour to reach the doctor's house.
There was a kind of dentist's chair in the surgery, and I was lifted into it.
So there was a kind of dentist chair. Okay, if you have visited the dentist, if anyone has visited the dentist, you will come to know that. So there was a dentist chair, and in the surgery, okay, in a surgery room, there was a dentist chair, and I was lifted into it, means he was made to sit on that dentist chair.
The doctor had a round mirror strapped to his forehead, and he peered up my nose and into my mouth.
So how was the doctor? So doctor, he had a round mirror. You can see, no? So this one, he had a round mirror stripped to his, tied. Okay, stripped means tied to his forehead. You can see, no? This one. So it is a kind of torch, the light. Okay, stripped to his forehead, and he peered. Peered means he looked. Okay, he looked up my nose and into my mouth. So he looked up to my nose. He looked into the nose and into the mouth of the boy.
He then took my mother aside, and they had a whispered conversation.
So later on, what the doctor did, the doctor, he took his author's mother beside, okay, away from the boy, and they and they had a whispered conversation. Whisper means what? Talking slowly in a low voice. Okay, whispered means what? Talking slowly in a low voice. Conversation, talking. They were talking to each other in a low voice.
I saw my mother looking rather grim, but she nodded.
So author saw his mother was rather grim. Grim means what? She was very serious. Her face was very serious, but she nodded. She said, nothing, nothing. So nodded means what? She said, she did action by her head, saying that nothing is serious, nothing has happened. She said to the author.
The doctor now put some water to boil in an aluminium mug over a gas flame, and into the boiling water, he placed a long, thin, shiny steel instrument.
So what the doctor did then? So the doctor, he he put some water to boil in an aluminium mug. So he took an aluminium mug and he put water and he kept on the gas to boil it. And into that boiling water, he placed a long, thin, shiny steel instrument. Okay, a long, thin, shiny instrument, steel instrument. Okay, he put that in the boiling water. So that day, so long back, Okay, when we were small, no, so at that time they were using like this. They were sanitizing the things in this manner, putting the instruments in the boiling water, and they were sanitizing. Okay, they were boiling that things, okay, so that it should not be infected.
I sat there watching the steam coming off the boiling water.
So he sat on that chair. You can see the chair, no? So the boy, he sat on the chair and he watched that steam was coming out of the boiling water. Okay, the steam was coming out of the boiling water.
I was not in the least apprehensive.
So he was not in the least apprehensive. So what do you mean by apprehensive? So uneasy or fearful about. So he was not getting fear. Okay, he was not feeling any fear. He was not fearful. Okay.
I was too young to realize that something out of the ordinary was going to happen.
So he was very young. The author is saying that he was very, very young. So what was his age? He said no, just 8 years. So he was very young, and he was to realize, he didn't realize that something is going to happen. Something out of ordinary means something extraordinary is going to happen. So that he did not realize because he was very young. Okay, he thought that something simply something they are doing, something ordinary is going to happen, he thought. Okay, that is why he did not got fear.
Then a nurse dressed in white came in.
So then the nurse came inside, and what was her dress? She was dressed in the white. So you people have so no, so the nurses, they will dress up in the white, their dress will be in the white color.
She was carrying a red rubber apron and a curved white enamel bowl.
So what she was carrying a red rubber apron. So apron, it is a thing you people might have saw. The apron we will put for ourselves when we are doing the kitchen work, right? So you people might have saw your mothers wearing the apron, okay, while doing the kitchen work, so that the cloth will not become dirty. So that nurse, she bought an apron, okay, a red rubber apron, and a curved white enamel bowl, a white colored enamel, okay, enamel bowl she bought.
She put the apron over the front of my body and tied it around my neck.
So what that nurse did, she tied that apron, what apron she had bought, no, that red apron, she tied in front of the body of this boy and tied it around his neck. Around the boy's neck, she tied that apron.
It was far too big.
So it was big. That apron was big compared to his size. The apron was big.
Then the doctor was bending over me.
So then the doctor was bending over me. So see here, you can see this apron. So see here, this is apron. So which is covered, front part, it is covered. So the doctor, what the doctor did, he bent over to him. Okay, he bent over to him.
In his hand, he had that long, shiny steel instrument.
So in his hand, so what the doctor had hold? So in his hand, there was a long, shiny steel instrument. So what he had kept for boiling, no? So that instrument, he was holding that instrument. That is long, shiny steel instrument it was.
Right in front of my face, and to this day I can still describe it perfectly.
So what the doctor did, he held it in front, right in front of the face of this boy, okay, of this boy, and that author is saying that till today, so I remember so clearly that instrument that till today I can describe that instrument. Now also I can describe that instrument. So when I saw that instrument, I was just 8 years old, but today also I can describe that instrument very clearly, he is saying.
It was about the thickness and length of a pencil, and like most pencils, it had a lot of sides to it.
So it was, how it was, he is comparing that instrument to a pencil. Okay, he is saying that it was just like a pencil. Okay, it was just like a pencil, the thickness, okay, the thickness and the length, it was just like a pencil, and like most pencils, it has it had a lot of sides to it. So it had a sides. Okay, the pencils, you people have saw the pencil now, how it will be. So like that, it was like that, and it had a sides like a pencils have. So it also had a sides.
Towards the end, the metal became much thinner.
So towards the end, so at the end point, how it became thinner. Okay, it became thin. The metal became thin, just like a blade.
And at the very end of the thin bit of metal, there was a tiny blade set at an angle.
So at the what? At the end. Okay, at the end of the thin bit. Okay, at the end where it was very thin, so of the metal, there was a tiny blade, a small blade was there, set at an angle. Okay, it was set, it was fixed. Okay, the blade was fixed at an angle. The tiny blade was fixed.
The blade wasn't more than a centimeter long, very small, very sharp, and very shiny.
So how was the blade? He's saying that the blade, it was very sharp. Okay, it was just more than a centimeter. Okay, the blade was more than a centimeter long. The length of the blade was a centimeter long, and it was very small, very sharp it was, and very shiny. It was shining.
Open your mouth. Speaking Norwegian.
So open your mouth. So the doctor said, okay, open your mouth. The doctor said to the boy, speaking Norwegian. So Norwegian, it is a language spoken by the Norway people. Okay, Norwegian, it is a language spoken by the Norway people. Okay, the doctor in Norwegian language, in Norway language, he said to the boy, he asked the boy to open his mouth.
No, I mumbled.
So the boy, he mumbled. So what do he mumbled? So spoke unclearly and quietly. So he spoke, so he said that no, he is not going to open his mouth. So even you will go near the doctor, you people have also experienced such kind of thing, right? When doctor want to give an injection, okay, if he want to give an injection, he will say no, I don't want. Right, in a low voice he will say no, I don't want. So like that, this boy also mumbled, no, I will not open the mouth, he said.
I thought he was going to do something to my teeth, and everything anyone had ever done to my teeth had been painful.
So what he thought, why the boy said that he is not going to open his mouth? Because the boy thought that the doctor is going to do something to his teeth. Okay, the boy thought that the doctor is going to do something to his teeth, and everything anyone had ever done to my teeth had been painful. If anyone was doing anything to my teeth, it would be very painful for me. I was suffering pain. So I said, I will not open the mouth because I thought the doctor is going to do something to my teeth. Okay, and if anyone do anything to my teeth, I will get pain. It will be very painful, the author said.
I won't take 2 seconds, the doctor murmured.
So the doctor murmured. Murmured means what? Spoke in a soft, quiet voice that is difficult to hear clearly. Okay, the doctor, he spoke in a soft manner, very quiet voice he spoke, and he said that I will just take 2 seconds. Okay, I won't take 2 seconds. Okay, even 2 seconds I will not take, he said.
He spoke gently, and I opened my mouth.
So the doctor spoke very gently, very softly, very politely he spoke. Okay, the doctor, he spoke very politely. So people might have saw. So with the small kids, okay, how the doctor speak? They will speak very softly. With the lovable manner, they speak. Okay, in the same manner, the doctor, he spoke very gently, very politely with this boy, and the boy opened the mouth. He opened his mouth.
The tiny blade flashed in the bright light and disappeared into my mouth.
So the tiny blade, okay, that blade was very tiny. It flashed, it was shining, okay, in the bright light. So there was the light. So in that bright light, that tiny blade flashed. It was shining and it disappeared into my mouth. It went to his mouth. It went inside. The doctor he took that blade into his mouth.
It went high up into the roof of my mouth, and the hand that held the blade gave 4 or 5 very quick little twists.
So what the doctor did, that blade, it went high up into the roof of my mouth. So it touched the roof of the mouth, and the hand that held the blade means the doctor, he had held the blade, gave 4 or 5 very quick little twists. So he twisted the blade very quickly. Okay, 4 or 5 very quick twists he gave. Okay, quickly he twisted the blade. He observed that he gave the twist. Quickly he twisted the blade.
And the next moment, out of my mouth into the basin came tumbling a whole mass of flesh and blood.
So the next moment itself, what happened? The next moment itself, from out of his mouth, okay, out of the boy's mouth, what came out? In the basin. Okay, in the basin came tumbling a whole, okay, a whole mass of flesh and blood came out. Okay, that flesh, the doctor had cut the flesh, the extra grown flesh, which was giving trouble for the author to breathe. So that flesh he had cut, and that flesh, it fall into that basin. Okay, they fell into the basin and along with the blood.
I was too shocked to do anything but yell.
So he was too shocked to do anything. He was very much shocked because he saw that blood and the flesh, no? So he was very much shocked. He got fear. So, but help. What do you mean by help? Help means make a sudden, short, high sound in pain. So when we are pain, we will make the sound, no? So that is called as help. So the author, that boy, he was not understanding what. He got shocked by seeing the blood and flesh. He was very much shocked. He got fear. And he yelled. He cried in that pain.
By the huge red lumps that had fallen out of my mouth into the white basin.
So he was horrified. Okay, he was feared. He got fear by seeing what he saw. He saw that a huge red lumps, big pieces. For him it was big pieces. The pieces of flesh had fallen out of his mouth in that white basin. He saw, right? So that is why he got fear. Something has happened. Something doctor did to me. He felt like that. Okay.
My first thought was that the doctor had cut out the whole of the middle of my head.
So what thought came to the boy? The boy thought that maybe the doctor has cut off his whole middle part of his head. Okay, the doctor, that boy, he thought that by seeing that blood and that pieces of flesh, he thought that maybe the doctor must have cut, okay, must have cut the middle part of his head. He thought like that.
I sat there gasping.
So he sat there gasping. So gasping means what? Take a short breath through the mouth out of pain and shock. So when we get shock and pain, we will gasp. Okay, so we will gasp and we will take the breath from the mouth, no? So that is called as gasping. So he sat there. After seeing that, the boy sat there and gasping.
The roof of my mouth seemed to be on fire.
So how he felt? He felt that the roof of his mouth to be on the fire. It seemed for him that it was on fire. So that much pain he was getting. So much of pain he was getting.
Those were your adenoids.
So the doctor said, those were your adenoids.
I heard the doctor saying.
So he heard the doctor saying, those were your adenoids. So adenoids, we came to know what are adenoids. So adenoids are the flesh, extra flesh which are grown. in between the throat and the nose, that is called as adenoids, and because of which we feel difficult to breathe. Okay, so the doctor said those were what you saw in the basin, that was your adenoids.
I grabbed my mother's hand and held onto it tight.
So he holded the boy, because of fear, he holded his mother's hand very tightly. Okay, he held his mother's hand, he catched his mother's hand and held it very tightly.
I couldn't believe that anyone would do this to me.
So he was not able to believe that he was a very small boy, that anyone can do such a thing for a small boy. It was unbelievable for him. He was not able to believe that anyone can do such a painful thing for me, he thought.
Stay where you are, the doctor said.
So what the doctor said? The doctor said, stay where you are. You are sitting on the chair, no? So sit there itself, the doctor said.
You'll be all right in a minute.
So the doctor said, you will be all right. Nothing much serious has happened. You will be all right within a minute.
Blood was still coming out of my mouth and dripping into the basin.
So the blood, it was still coming out of his mouth and it was dripping. It was falling in a basin. Okay, it was falling in a basin.
The nurse was holding me.
So the nurse was holding the boy. Okay, she was holding the boy.
Spit it all out, she said.
So she said, what nurse said? Nurse said to spit it all out. Okay, to take it away. Okay, to take it away from his mouth. She said, and there is a good boy. She said that, so you are a very good boy. She said.
Yes, a good boy. You will be able to breathe much better through your nose after this.
So the doctor said, you will breathe. You will be able to breathe much better. Okay, so first you were feeling very difficult to breathe. Now you can breathe much better from your nose. After this, you can able to breathe. The doctor said.
The doctor said. The nurse wiped my lips and washed my face with a wet flannel.
So what the nurse did? So the nurse, she wiped the boy's lips because it had become blood, no? So she wiped the lips of the boy and she washed the face of the boy with a white flannel. Okay, with the towel like thing, she washed his face.
Then they lifted me out of the chair and stood me on my feet.
And what they did, she lifted. Okay, she made the boy to come out of the chair and he was standing on his feet.
I felt a bit groggy. We'll get you home, my mother said.
So what he felt? Little groggy. So he felt a bit groggy. Groggy means what? Weak and unable to think clearly or walk correctly because of tiredness or illness. Okay, because he was shocked, he had lost his blood also, no? So he felt groggy, he felt very weak. The boy felt very weak. And what mother said? Mother said that we will get you home. I will take you to home, mother said. And she took his hand. So taking his hand, mother said, now we will go to home, she said.
My hand. Down the stairs we went and onto the street.
So down the stairs, they went down the stairs and went on the street.
We started walking.
So they started walking, both mother and son, they started to walk.
There was no trolley car or taxi.
So they didn't find any trolley car or a taxi to reach home.
We walked the full half-hour journey back to my grandparents' house.
So what they did, they both started to walk. Okay, they both started to walk back to their grandparents' house, and it took nearly half an hour to reach the house. Okay, how much time it took? It took half an hour to reach the house.
And we arrived at last.
So anyhow, after half an hour, anyhow they arrived to their home.
I can remember as clearly as down in that chair and rest for a while.
So the boy is saying, the author is saying that I remember, okay, I can remember clearly as anything my grandmother muttered. Muttered means what? Speaking quietly, usually complaining about something. Okay, what grandmother muttered? She muttered. What she muttered? She muttered that let him sit down in that chair and rest for a while. Okay, grandmother said to sit down, to make him to sit down and rest for a while on the chair. And okay,
After all, he's had an operation.
so grandmother said, after all, he had an operation. Okay, so grandmother said, after all, he had an operation. He must be tired. So let him sit on the chair and take rest. Grandmother said.
Someone placed a chair for me beside my grandmother's armchair, and I sat down.
So someone, don't know, someone, the member of a house, someone kept a chair beside grandmother's armchair and he sat down. Grandmother was sitting on the armchair. So beside that armchair itself, someone kept a chair. Okay, and the boy sat down.
My grandmother reached over and covered one of my hands in both of hers.
So his grandmother came near to him and she holded his hand in both her hands. Okay, she holded his hand with both of her hands.
That won't be the last time you'll go to a doctor in your life.
So what grandmother said, this is not the last time. Okay, this is not the last time you will go to the doctor in your life. Again, what she's saying, she means that again you will go. So we will be, if you get any problem, we'll go near the doctor. She is saying, okay, she is consoling. He had got fear and pain, no? So she's saying that this is the not last time you are going to the doctor in life. Again you will go. Okay.
She said, and with a bit of luck, they won't do you too much harm.
And with a bit of luck, they won't do you too much of harm. So a bit of luck. So if you are lucky, they don't harm you much. Okay, so they don't harm you much. They cure you very well, she's saying.
That was in 1924, and taking out a child's adenoids and often the tonsils as well, without any anesthetic, was common practice in those days.
So what was the time? It was the time of 1924. Okay, the year was 1924, and at that time the child's adenoids and often the tonsils. So what are the tonsils? So tonsils, they are the masses of tissues on either side of the throat. Okay, on either side of the throat, you can see here. So this throat. Okay, on either side of the throat, the tonsils will be there, the glands will be there, they become big. Okay, so the masses of tissues on either side of the throat, for that we call as tonsils. Okay, so at that time in 1924 and those days, so in the old days, this adenoids and this tonsils, okay, they were removing it without anesthesia, without giving anesthesia. So what is anesthesia? Anesthesia means a substance that makes you numb and unable to feel the pain. Okay, they will give, if they want to do operate on your hand, what they will do? They will give that anesthesia injection, and at that time the part where the anesthesia is given, no, so there you don't feel anything. If they cut your hand also, you don't feel pain. Okay, that is called anesthesia. And it was a common practice without anesthesia at those days. Just imagine how painful it will be. So on those days, without anesthesia, that too, they were removing the tonsils and adenoids of the child. So how painful it will be. So to take an injection, only you people will cry, right? To take a small injection, you people will cry. Just imagine that those days, how the small children would have suffered the pain, because without anesthesia they were getting operated. Okay, and it was common in those days. In those old days, it was very common.
I wonder, though, what you would think if some doctor did that to you today?
So I wonder what the author is saying. I wonder now. I think now, what if today, in these days, if doctor do like that, so what he will do? What do you think of the doctor? If the doctor do it, the same thing, what had happened to me, if without anesthesia, if doctor cut your adenoids or tonsils, what you will do? Yes, so how you will react? The author is asking. So it is impossible, no, we can't even think. So painful it will be, right? So without anesthesia, cutting, removing the tonsil and adenoids. So it will be very painful without anesthesia. Because even a small injection you people can't take. It will be very painful. So how can we? That too they are cutting, right? Cutting the flesh. So it will be very difficult. We can't tolerate it. Okay, children. So this is the end of the lesson. I think you people have enjoyed this lesson, right? And understood the meanings and also understood the explanation. Okay, I hopefully I think that there are no doubts in this lesson, and hopefully you people have understood this lesson very well. Okay, now I will take a leave. Have a nice day. Take care. Bye.